Welcome to this week's workshop on Measurement Tech for 2025. Alrighty, before we dive in, just a minute about who I am. I'm an instructor at MeasureU. As an instructor, I work with our dedicated measurement management clients. I help them take action on their marketing. I also actively answer client and member questions, especially in MeasureU. So if you want to talk BigQuery, Analytics Canvas, GA4, or just have a good puzzle to solve, hit me up. Let's remember one thing. Whenever you watch any one of the videos, remember, grab one thing. Go ride the bike and then circle back, give it a watch, and then grab another one thing. Let's dive in. Alrighty, Measurement Tech for 2025. As always, you want to remember the measurement marketing framework, especially as we go into 2025 with the new tech hitting us, with a couple of the things we're going to talk about today. You want to make sure you have a framework and a strategy to lean on. The measurement marketing framework helps you go from marketing in the blind to marketing where you can reliably grow revenue and profit. There are three key pillars to the framework: plan, build, and launch. Plan is all about questions, information, and actions. Make sure you can take actions on the questions you're asking. If not, circle back and revise the questions. Build is all about results, traffic, and then story. Having those results and traffic tell you a story. And then finally, launch is about listen, forecast, and optimize. Alrighty, in the framework, we talk about information. We talk about measurement. And let's remember how measurement works. Before we dive into all the new stuff that's coming in 2025, let's remember how measurement works. Measurement is all about collect information. You need to collect some information. Then you need to store answers, right? And then you need to report a story. And that is so important because collect, store, and report is all about information, answers, and story. You want the information to answer questions that then tell you a story. Now, visually, if you visualize this, we like to look at it as when you're measuring with the tools we teach, you use Google Tag Manager to collect, use GA4 to store, and we are very fond of using Looker Studio to report. Now, as we move into 2025, one of the pieces of measurement is going to change, and that piece that's going to change is collecting information. Why is that going to change? Well, near the end of 2024 and over the last few years, and especially now as we move into 2025, one thing that's getting common is consent mode. Just the concept of consent. We are seeing more and more of this in the space, especially with web tracking, ads, vendors. We're definitely seeing consent. Now, if you've missed some of the workshops on consent that we've released in the past, I'm going to show you those in a hot minute. Let's dive in and talk a bit about consent mode. So when we say consent mode, we're specifically speaking of Google consent mode. And Google has lots of great articles on consent, specifically relating to Google Ads. And then they have other articles relating to GA4. Now, before I show you some of the resources in MeasureU, and I'm going to tell you how you can join MeasureU for free at the end of this workshop, so stay tuned, I just want to talk about what consent mode is. So consent mode has three different modes. It has basic and advanced. And there is a workshop on this. I'm going to show you where you can get it, but I kind of want to just cover it quickly. The way Google consent mode works is, let's say you had two people who are joining a gym. Okay, this is Jill and this is Jack. They are both joining the exact same gym and they've provided certain information on themselves before they start a workout program called the Lean and Tone program. With Google consent mode, if you have no consent mode implemented, which is what most of us are used to, especially in the North American region, or we are in what they call opt-out, where we can gather information until somebody decides they don't want us to gather information. We are kind of in this room, where if Jill and Jack join the program, we can collect the information and use that information in our marketing, on our website, in our servers, anything we want. We can use our information how we need, right? Well, when Google released basic and advanced consent mode, they basically said this is how you can collect data, and it does affect data collection. In basic mode, the way it works, in a nutshell, and we do this in detail, and we walk through this in detail in the workshop in MeasureU, is if someone says, no, I don't consent to you collecting information, what it means is both Jill and Jack could join this information, but we can't collect anything on them. We can't collect their name, we can't collect their age, we can't collect what their weight is. Basically, Jill and Jack would join, and they would be anonymous people to us. With advanced consent mode, Google gets a little bit more elaborate here, and what they do is they allow the collection of anonymized information on the user, right? So if Jill and Jack were to join, we can't collect their name, we can't collect any major details on them, but we could collect things like their age range or their weight range, right? Because that's a little less identifiable. Now, if you want to learn more about consent, you're going to hop into MeasureU. I'm going to tell you how you can join completely for free. You're going to hop into Workshop Library. And then when you come in here, we have a few different workshops for you. You can just look for the word consent. And you will see we have a few different workshops. We have some things that are very implementation focused. But if you continue looking, we have a bit about is consent killing your conversions and how you can work with consent and conversions. And then we have understanding Google Consent Mode. Highly recommend as we move into 2025, if you are having this discussion with your clients or if you think this is coming to, give these a watch. These are completely for free and offered in MeasureU. Alrighty, so now that we covered the fact that how you collect information is going to change, the rest of measurement will continue. You will continue to store answers and you will continue to report a story. As you grow in 2025, you may want to level up your measurement, right? You want to measure up, you want to level up, you want to grow, right? Well, how does this change? Well, you're still going to collect, you're still going to store. The difference is you're not going to go straight to reporting. You are going to transform and then you're going to report. What does that mean? What does the word transform mean? It's a very generic term. So let's walk through that. Let's walk through, what does transform mean? And let's go through some examples. Okay. One of the best examples, and many organizations' clients ask for this, is joining data between multiple platforms. As we move into 2025, and even in the past, we are collecting data in GA4. We are running Google ads, we're running Facebook ads, we're running TikTok ads, we're running LinkedIn ads. And you kind of want to join all those, data together. You want to, answer questions, but you want it across all the data. One of the metrics a lot of people want to join is getting Facebook ad spend. Let's say you get your Facebook ad spend, you get your ad impressions, you get your ad clicks. You go get your Google ad costs, right? You get your ad spend, ad impressions, ad clicks. You go get your revenue and conversion data, right, from GA4, and you get your return on ad spend. Now, you very much could, instead of GA4, you could use Stripe or whatever your end reporting system is, but a good enough to get going calculation could be combining the resources to get a, just an idea of what your ROAS is, right? Another one that, we've actually implemented ourselves for our clients is grab your Facebook ad spend, grab your Google ad spend, and then enter your CRM leads by source. We use Keep, right? You could be using, in any other platform, you could be using ActiveCampaign, right? You could be using HubSpot instead of Keep. But when you have these three sources, and if you're able to join them together on something like source and date, you could calculate cost per lead, right? How much is each lead costing me? Am I paying $50 a lead or $20 a lead, right? And that is really important. Now, as you move into Transform, one of the most popular questions we get asked is what are the tools available for transformation? And depending on your technical skills and depending on how you want to grow and level up in measurement, the tools can change. Let's dive into some tools you may use. Alrighty, so one of the tools well known for transformation is our very own Google BigQuery offered in Google Cloud. In MeasureU, we have a course on getting you started in BigQuery. So if you have not heard of BigQuery, have no idea what it is, recommend you give that a watch. Now, in BigQuery, you can grab your GA4 data. It's completely for free to link GA4 to your BigQuery in Google Cloud, and we have a complete setup guide on that in MeasureU. Just to kind of show you that under Resource Toolbox, I'll close this out and we're going to come into here, go to BigQuery, and you'll have it right here. This guide walks you through every single step you need to do to link your GA4 and BigQuery, okay? Then you get your data on here. You can also level up BigQuery to get data from other systems. For example, we have another project called our back office data. In this project, we have all our data from, just gonna open this up and show you. We have data from our, transactional systems like authorize.net, from our Stripe systems, from our Facebook ads, right? So you can get all your data into your data warehouse and then do reporting on it. That would be part of transformation, is getting your data out of the different platforms. Now, to get the data out of those platforms, there are many different tools out there, depending how technical you want to get. Portable is an awesome tool. It can get data out of 1,000+ systems. Look how many sources they have. Like, they have so many sources. This means that if you have any one of these systems, you name it, they actually have a connector. And if they don't, trust me, they will build it for you, okay? What they basically do is they can get all the data out of the system and into your BigQuery or into any other database. If you're Amazon, or if you want to use a different database, they can get it in there. They have multiple places where they can send your data to. So recommend, if you are struggling to find a connector, I recommend looking at Portable because they tend to have lots of different connectors. You see, you can select your warehouse, Snowflake, BigQuery, right? All the good ones are there. You can even go to Sheets if you want. Okay. Another one, don't want to get so technical, don't want to spend the dime on Portable, totally get that. If you're just starting out, I highly recommend Mix Analytics. Mix Analytics, again, has so many integrations, right? Again, so many integrations, and it's really quick to set up and use the Sheets. If you're getting, data from a, active campaign, or scrolling down here, where's our friendly Facebook ads, right? Great platform to grab data out of the ad platforms. Another one, good friends of ours, run by James and Amit, is Analytics Canvas. They are awesome at getting the data out for certain platforms, but also for working with that data, transforming it. One thing that Analytics Canvas does that none of the other systems do is they help you write the SQL queries for GA4 data, which is super helpful. They are designed specifically to write those SQL queries, and you don't need to understand SQL to get those queries from Analytics Canvas because they make it as simple as checking boxes. Leveling up a little, Fivetran. Fivetran is definitely, I would say, a level up if you're trying to get data out of any of the platforms. Fivetran is a place to go. They also have many different connectors. As you can see right here, they're floating them through many different connectors. So if you are trying to get data out, it's one of the options. Finally, one that doesn't have a lot of things out of the box, but gives you lots of superpowers is N8N. You can build your workflows in here. You can ask it to get data out, or you can just configure it to use the APIs the tools have. Once you get your data out of those platforms, you can use any one of these tools to transform the data. The key thing you want to remember is before you get transforming data, or before you get even figuring out what data you want to get, make sure you have a plan. Go back to the framework and make sure you have your questions, your information, and your actions figured out, so that then you can plan what data you need, what information you need, and what actions you're going to take when you have those answers. Alrighty, so we went through many different transformation tools. We talked about consent, but there is one other tool in our toolbox that is getting really popular, and many of us are already using it or playing around with it. Artificial intelligence, or otherwise known as AI. As you level up your skills, right? AI is just that tool that's going to kind of level up your team. It is not designed to replace you or replace a team member, but you can use AI to augment your team. You can use your AI to level up your team. AI can do things like create data reports for you. It can help you with ideas, opportunities. It can help you with copywriting. These are just some of the few things that we use AI for in our team. It can also help you write code. Very much, I am guilty of this, where sometimes, I do have the basics of code figured out, but hey, if I want to speed up my coding, I might lean on AI or just be like, hey, I've written this. Can you fix the syntax? AI is definitely one of the tools you want to add to your toolbox. So, what are the recommended tools or AI tools that we use? Let's dive into those. Alrighty, so one of the tools we love in the AI space is Notebook LM. It gives you the ability to basically build your own AI assistant. You can upload content to it and then ask that notebook questions about that content. Let it be a transcript, a YouTube video, or a PDF. We love using it at MeasureU to help us with copy, to help us, search course transcripts. I personally love using it for personal reasons when I'm reading a book. Grab the PDF of the book, upload it, and ask it questions. The other great thing about Notebook LM is when it answers that question, it kind of creates a mini podcast just for you with that answer. That has to be one of the best features of Notebook LM. Okay, next one we love and we use it, I use this literally every day, is Typing Mind, okay? Typing Mind is awesome as you can connect it to multiple different AIs and you can then ask it questions in here, just like you would ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, any of those. The biggest one with Typing Mind is cost. When you sign up for any one of the tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, you pay a monthly fee. The way Typing Mind works is you are signing up for an API key from those tools. Think of it as a little key that goes into a door. And you only pay for what you use, only when you open that door, when you knock on that door. So instead of paying $20 a month to ChatGPT, you may only pay $2 a month. And we fluctuate our usage, right? And depending on what you're doing, you may want to change the tool you're using. Or you may ask the same question, but to different AIs in Typing Mind. And you can do that pretty quickly just by flipping it. Alrighty. Another tool which I just mentioned is ChatGPT. If you're just starting out, highly recommend give ChatGPT a try. Ask it a question, it'll give you a helpful answer. It can help you write copy, it can help you with code, it can help you summarize an email and even adjust your email to sound a certain way. Perplexity. Perplexity is a great tool if you have a specific question. So if you're like, hey, what are the top web hosts or something like that? These are great places to come to Perplexity. It also, when it answers, will give you links to the sources it's using to answer your question. Just like ChatGPT, Claude has its own place where you can ask questions and get answers. Another tool is Gemini, especially if you're using Google Workspace. Gemini is definitely coming up. We use Gemini right now when we have Google Meets. We use Gemini to create summary notes. Those are just some of the AI tools you want to keep in your toolbox. Now, as you're watching this video is by MeasureU, and we have a MeasureU tool for you that is completely for free when it comes to AI. I'm going to hop back in the resource toolbox. I'm going to show you where I got this. It's called the AI Prompt Chef. You're going to come into MeasureU, you're going to go to the resource toolbox, you're going to go to AI, and you will see AI Prompt Chef tool. This tool is completely for free when you join MeasureU. Let me show you what's in this tool. In this tool, we give you all the prompts you need for the different areas of marketing, such as writing a blog, writing a social post, writing a landing page. Highly recommend if you're exploring the world of AI and if you want a leap in, a leg up, help augment your team, augment your skills, go and download this tool now. Alrighty, what was your one thing? We talked about many different one things today. We dived into consent mode, talking about basic and advanced consent mode, and we also gave you some tips on where to learn more about those in MeasureU. We then talked about transformation. You are still going to collect, you're still going to store, but before you report, you may want to transform. Start creating a data warehouse, pull data into sheets, right? There's a lot of different options depending on where you are in your technical journey. Finally, we talked about AI and how AI can help augment your team, augment your skills, level you up, or just make things happen faster, right? If you found this useful, hit subscribe now. Now, to join the Academy Insiders and to join MeasureU, to come into MeasureU and get some of those free resources I mentioned, you're going to go to measureu.com/workshop. When you go there, you're going to join our Circle community. When you joined our Circle community, you will get access to the free tools I mentioned there. You can also, in the student lounge, let us know what was your one thing from this training, right? What was that one thing? Was it the AI tools? Was it that you want to transform your data? Was it just one of the tools we mentioned, right? Was it consent mode? Because we all know consent's becoming a popular word. So there you have it, measurement tech for 2025.